Have you ever felt like something was missing during intimate moments, despite your best efforts to connect and please your partner? Many men think they understand how to satisfy a woman, but the truth lies in mastering the finer details that truly unlock her deepest desires. In this video, we're revealing 5 transformative tips that will not only elevate your intimate experiences, but also create an unbreakable bond of trust and passion. Stay with us until the end because these techniques will take your connection beyond physical pleasure, creating unforgettable moments of emotional and intimate fulfillment that will leave a lasting impact on your relationship. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now, let's get started. Many men believe they understand how to bring a woman the pleasure she truly craves during intimate moments, but few realize the subtle intricacies that truly unlock her deepest desires. If you've ever found yourself wondering why, despite your best intentions and efforts, something still feels amiss, the truth lies in mastering not just the basics, but the delicate, artful techniques that elevate an intimate experience from pleasurable to unforgettable. Today, you're about to uncover 5 transformative tips that can completely change your approach to intimacy, ensuring she not only feels pleasure, but is taken to the heights of ecstasy with comfort, connection, and unshakable trust. The journey begins with preparation and initial stimulation. More than just necessary, they are the cornerstone of unforgettable intimacy. Every moment must be handled with care, patience, and an unwavering commitment to her needs. Before we embark on this journey, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you never miss out on more valuable advice designed to enhance your relationships and sexual experiences. If this resonates with you, give the video a like to help reach others who may benefit, and feel free to comment with a 1 if you found it insightful or a 0 if it didn't hit the mark. Your feedback is what guides us to create content that truly matters. Let's dive into the first, and perhaps the most critical tip: preparation and initial stimulation. This isn't just about physical touch, it's about creating an environment that allows her to fully relax, feel cherished, and anticipate what's to come. Think of it as setting the stage for an extraordinary performance. Dim the lights to a soft, warm glow, whether from candles, lamps, or fairy lights, creating a space that feels intimate and soothing. The flicker of candlelight or the soft hum of lamps will help her feel at ease, and the ambience becomes a gentle whisper of things to come. Play calming, gentle music that sets the mood, because sound, though often overlooked, is a powerful aphrodisiac that can heighten her emotional and physical receptivity. Enhance the experience further by incorporating scents like lavender or jasmine through candles, incense, or essential oils. These calming aromas gently stimulate her senses, inviting her to let go of the day's stresses and fully immerse herself in the moment with you. When you finally make contact, remember that gentleness is the key to unlocking her pleasure. Begin with soft, lingering kisses along the outer lips of her vulva, teasing and caressing with a deliberate, slow pace. These aren't just kisses, they are an unspoken language of devotion, a way of telling her that she is the center of your world at this moment. Your movement should be light, playful, and intentional, exploring her sensitivity with the utmost care. As you move your tongue in slow, circular motions, you're not merely stimulating her physically, but also allowing her to feel truly seen and understood. There's no rush here. In fact, the slower you go, the more intense her desire becomes. The beauty of this approach lies in its ability to build anticipation. With each tender touch and lingering kiss, her body will begin to respond, her breathing deepening, her hips subtly moving in sync with your rhythm. This phase is about allowing her arousal to gradually build, as the blood flow to her clitoris increases, heightening her sensitivity and preparing her for the deeper, more intense sensations that will follow. Every second you spend savoring this moment is a testament to your dedication, creating a foundation of trust, desire, and pleasure that will ultimately lead to a powerful, connected experience. The magic of this technique isn't just in its physical execution, but in the emotional bond it creates. By immersing yourself fully in the moment, focusing on her every response, you will not only satisfy her physically but also emotionally. She will feel valued, adored, and deeply connected to you in a way that goes beyond the surface. This is the kind of intimacy that transforms relationships, fostering a closeness that lingers long after the physical encounter has ended. So take your time, savor each moment, and remember that intimacy is not a race to the finish. It's an exploration of pleasure, trust, and connection. By following these steps, you'll create a deeper bond and leave her feeling cherished in ways that words alone cannot express. Now that you've unlocked the first step, get ready for even more powerful tips that will take your intimate life to an entirely new level. During this delicate initial phase, perhaps the most vital element is your ability to be fully present and attuned to her reactions. Every woman is unique, and the sensations that ignite pleasure in one may not have the same effect on another. This is where your sensitivity and attentiveness become your most powerful tools. Pay close attention to the subtle shifts in her breathing. Does it deepen with desire? Notice the soft moans escaping her lips, the way her body instinctively responds, her hips gently arching toward your touch. These signals are her body's unspoken language, letting you know that you're on the right path and that your efforts are bringing her closer to ecstasy. As these responses become more pronounced, take them as an invitation to gradually intensify your movements, slowly turning up the heat in a way that feels natural and seamless. However, it's essential to resist the temptation to rush through this phase. True intimacy is not a race to the finish line. It's a journey of deep connection and mutual discovery. Increasing the pressure of your tongue or varying the pace of your movements should feel like a gradual, organic progression, not a sudden or abrupt shift. The goal here is to lay a solid foundation of arousal, where desire is allowed to simmer, deepen, and grow. By fostering this slow, deliberate build-up, you ensure that both of you are fully immersed in the experience, your senses heightened, your emotions engaged, your connection growing stronger with every passing moment. This mindful and patient approach not only enhances physical pleasure, but also deepens the emotional bond between you. When you take the time to truly savor the moment, to explore her body with care and intention, you're telling her that her pleasure matters, that you see her, you hear her, and you are completely present with her. This level of attentiveness creates a profound sense of trust and vulnerability, allowing both of you to experience intimacy on a whole new level. To further support you on this journey toward deeper intimacy and fulfillment, I've created an ebook titled Rediscovering Intimacy: Healthy Sexuality After 60. This resource offers practical, heart-centered advice on how to reignite passion in your relationship, especially as you navigate the emotional and physical changes that naturally come with aging. Whether you're looking to rekindle the spark or deepen an already loving connection, this ebook provides effective strategies to transform your love life and rediscover the power of intimacy. Be sure to grab your copy from the pinned comment below. Quantities are limited, so don't miss your chance to reclaim the joy and connection that intimacy brings. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Now, let's move on to the second crucial tip: focusing on the clitoris. This small but mighty part of the female anatomy is one of the most sensitive erogenous zones, and when stimulated with care and intention, it can lead to mind-blowing, earth-shattering orgasms. But the key here is a respectful, gradual approach. Rushing directly to the clitoris can be overwhelming, even numbing, so it's important to build up the anticipation slowly. Begin by gently stimulating the surrounding areas, such as the inner lips of the vulva. Light, teasing movements with your tongue will heighten her arousal, allowing the tension to build without overwhelming her with too much, too soon. This approach allows you to create a rhythm that aligns with her body's natural flow, enhancing both her physical and emotional experience. By treating every moment as a discovery, you invite a deeper level of connection and pleasure that transcends the physical act itself. This moment is all about building exquisite anticipation, cultivating a delicious, almost unbearable tension as you gradually draw closer to the clitoris. Every touch, every breath, should heighten the sense of longing. Watch for her body's cues carefully, and when her arousal has reached that unmistakable peak, her breath quickening, her moans deepening, her body arching toward you. This is your cue to begin direct stimulation. But the secret here is precision and gentleness. The clitoris, a bundle of nerves rich in sensitivity, responds to the smallest nuances in touch. Use the very tip of your tongue to explore its surface, experimenting with various rhythms and patterns to find what brings her the most pleasure. Start with smooth, rhythmic movements, perhaps gentle circles, teasing up and down strokes, or even a figure-8 pattern to vary the sensations. The beauty of this approach lies in its unpredictability. As you explore different techniques, you're not just creating physical pleasure, but you're also building an emotional connection, inviting her to let go completely and trust in the experience. Every movement should feel like an invitation to something deeper, guiding her closer to a climax that isn't just physically explosive but emotionally fulfilling as well. By embracing these techniques with patience and care, you're doing more than just enhancing the physical experience. You're deepening the intimacy, forging a bond that becomes stronger with every shared moment of pleasure. This kind of closeness doesn't come from a single act, but from a continuous cycle of attentiveness, trust, and responsiveness. The secret to unlocking an unforgettable experience lies in the perfect blend of variety and sensitivity to her every response. The clitoris, a delicate and extraordinarily responsive area, pulsates with untapped potential, and it demands a level of intimate attention that goes beyond technique alone. You must tune into her body with absolute focus, her breath quickening, her moans intensifying, the way her hips instinctively press toward you. These subtle cues are her body's way of communicating, telling you that the pleasure you're offering is working, or gently suggesting that adjustments are needed. This is far from a mechanical act. It's an emotional dance of connection, where each response from her guides your next move, deepening the experience on both physical and emotional levels. Flexibility in your technique is crucial. What sparks intense pleasure in one moment may shift in the next, and it's this ability to read her changing needs that separates a good experience from an unforgettable one. There's a delicate art to knowing when to intensify your touch or when to ease up, and keeping the flow of stimulation fluid is key. Avoid abrupt shifts in movement or sudden pauses, as these can pull her out of the moment, breaking the building rhythm of pleasure. Every touch should be intentional, deliberate, and attuned to the energy between you both. The goal is to create a seamless experience that allows her to ascend to new heights of pleasure without disruption, where she feels cherished, understood, and deeply satisfied. By infusing variety into your approach, changing up rhythms, intensities, and techniques, you keep her anticipation alive, ensuring that each new sensation feels fresh and exciting. This kind of attentiveness, combined with a willingness to adapt to her needs, will make all the difference in your shared intimate experiences, leaving her not only physically fulfilled but emotionally moved as well. Maintaining a consistent rhythm is essential, but so is the ability to adapt seamlessly to her every response. The true goal is not merely to provide pleasure but to craft it, layer by layer, building slowly until she is utterly consumed by the sensations. Each stroke, each shared breath, should be a deliberate step toward a crescendo, guiding her toward an explosive climax that leaves her not only physically satisfied but emotionally fulfilled. Your attention to every nuance, the shift in her breathing, the arch of her back, the soft sounds of pleasure, combined with your willingness to adjust in real time, is what will set this experience apart. It transforms what could be a simple physical interaction into something far deeper, an emotional and profoundly intimate connection. And this is where the importance of variety comes in. To keep the passion alive and the excitement blazing brightly, you must introduce a dynamic range of techniques. Monotony can extinguish even the fiercest desire, so it's crucial to mix things up, keeping her on edge, guessing, and always yearning for more. Repeating the same movement over and over can cause her to lose interest or, worse, create discomfort. Instead, let your touch be unpredictable, sometimes soft, barely grazing her skin, and at other times firmer, more deliberate, but always attuned to her body's unique responses. Begin with light, teasing strokes, designed to ignite her anticipation, and then explore a wide variety of movements. Let your hands and tongue travel in different directions, circular motions, vertical strokes, soft horizontal caresses, and even playful figure-8 patterns. As you experiment, stay hyper-aware of how her body responds to each new sensation, learning what makes her melt into your touch. Every woman's body is unique, with its own sensitivities and preferences, so treat this as an exploration, a journey of discovery where you tune in to her deepest desires. By combining creativity, variety, and emotional attunement, you create a space where her pleasure isn't just acknowledged, it's prioritized, nurtured, and elevated to new heights. In addition to experimenting with different types of movements, it's equally crucial to play with the intensity and rhythm of the stimulation. This is where the art of unpredictability truly becomes magical. Begin with light, fast touches that tease and build anticipation, and then slowly transition to deep, deliberate movements with firmer pressure. This ebb and flow, the shifting from soft to intense, slow to fast, creates a powerful dynamic that enhances the excitement and deepens the pleasure. Each shift in rhythm intensifies her anticipation, drawing her deeper into the moment, amplifying the connection between you both with every passing second. The unpredictability of these changes captivates her, pulling her into a wave of desire that grows stronger as the experience unfolds. This isn't just about technique. It's about creating an emotional and physical bond so powerful that it transcends mere pleasure, leaving her feeling cherished, seen, and utterly fulfilled. One of the most profound ways to elevate this experience is by weaving in the delicate art of strategic pauses. These fleeting moments of stillness, when executed with finesse, can create an electrifying tension that pulsates through the air, making every inch of her body come alive with anticipation. As you pause, the silence isn't empty, it's charged with a powerful expectancy, like a breath held just before an emotional release. In these moments, lean in closer, allowing your lips to softly graze her skin with lingering kisses that whisper promises of what's to come. Or gently blow over the sensitized areas, letting the contrast between warmth and coolness heighten her awareness of every nerve ending. The magic lies in these contrasts. The sudden stillness against the symphony of sensations, a gentle breeze after the storm of touch. Each pause is a moment for her to fully absorb and revel in the aftershocks of pleasure, letting her body yearn for more. Timing is crucial here. These pauses should be short, just enough to stretch the tension without breaking the current of arousal. When done right, these subtle breaks don't interrupt the flow. They build it, adding layers of anticipation that make every return to touch feel even more exquisite. The result is a crescendo of desire, leaving her craving every moment of contact, each one more electrifying than the last. Next, we delve into the sheer importance of full-body stimulation and exploration, an approach that transforms the encounter from a singular act of pleasure into an all-encompassing, immersive experience. While the clitoris and vulva are undeniably powerful epicenters of sensation, true ecstasy is found by expanding the canvas of touch. By exploring the entirety of her body, you unlock a world of pleasure that ripples through her in waves, rather than isolating the experience to one focal point. The body is a landscape of desire, waiting to be discovered, and every inch deserves to be awakened. Don't confine your attention to one place. Let your touch roam and wander, allowing the sensations to build from different areas, creating a synergy that makes her feel utterly alive. This holistic approach ensures that the experience becomes a sensory journey, where each touch reverberates through her being, turning the moment into something far more profound than physical pleasure alone. If you are still watching this video, and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Begin by caressing often overlooked erogenous zones. Those hidden treasures such as the neck, the sensitive slope of her shoulders, the tender inner thighs, and even the lower back. These areas are rich with nerve endings, brimming with potential to ignite sensations that amplify and deepen the pleasure felt elsewhere. With tender, deliberate touches, soft, sensual kisses, or feather-light caresses, awaken these neglected zones and create a cascade of sensations. The touch doesn't just stay in one place. It travels, expanding, growing, and intensifying. Her entire body becomes a vessel for pleasure, alive with every brush of skin, every soft murmur of contact. The combination of stimulation from these areas transforms the experience from localized pleasure into something much greater, making the body feel like it's shimmering with electricity, fully engaged and fully alive. When you treat her body not as a series of separate parts but as a unified landscape of desire, you create a deeply emotional, highly sensual connection that transcends the physical. Every part of her begs for exploration, and with each new touch, you breathe life into a different part of her being. The variety and unpredictability of your movements, coupled with the full body stimulation, turn what could be a fleeting moment into a lasting emotional experience. You aren't just creating pleasure, you're weaving an intimate connection that envelopes her in a wave of passion and emotional depth, one that lingers long after the moment has ended. Perhaps the most transformative element of this journey is the fifth tip, the art of communication and feedback. This is where true connection begins, when the physical and emotional merge into something extraordinary. Sexual connection is not just about touch, it's about understanding, interpreting, and responding to the unspoken language of the body. Her subtle cues, the soft changes in her breath, the way her body moves toward or away from your touch, all speak volumes. It's in these moments that you discover her desires, her needs, and her vulnerabilities. Communication isn't always verbal. It's often more powerful when it's silent, a dance of reactions and responses that requires deep attentiveness. Being fully present, deeply attuned to her body, and making real-time adjustments based on her feedback is what transforms the experience from a simple act of physical pleasure into a deeply personal and intimate exchange. The key is to be adaptive, to let your movements and your touch evolve as you learn more about what she craves. In this way, every moment feels tailor-made, deeply intimate, and profoundly satisfying. By intertwining these elements, strategic pauses, full-body stimulation, and the art of communication, you don't just create an experience of pleasure, you craft an unforgettable journey of connection, desire, and emotional depth. Each moment is an opportunity to delve deeper, to heighten the senses, and to create a bond that transcends the physical, leaving her not only satisfied but emotionally enriched, a memory that will linger in her mind and body for days to come. Subtle verbal communication, when used with care and intention, can become an incredibly powerful tool for deepening the connection between you and your partner. Softly whispered questions such as, "Does this feel good?" or "Do you want more of this?" serve not only to heighten the physical experience but also to reinforce the emotional bond that is building between you. These gentle inquiries don't just ask for her feedback. They offer a moment of shared intimacy, where vulnerability and desire intertwine. The sound of your voice, low and intimate, adds another layer to the pleasure, wrapping her in both physical and emotional warmth. However, it's crucial to ensure that this communication flows naturally, seamlessly blending into the moment without interrupting the rhythm of your connection. It should be as effortless as the caresses themselves, enhancing the mood rather than breaking it. The key is creating a space where both of you feel safe and free to express your desires, where each word, each touch, builds upon the other in perfect harmony. This open exchange allows the experience to evolve organically, ensuring that both of you are in sync, moving together in a dance of mutual pleasure and understanding. Now that you've uncovered these 5 transformative tips, each designed to elevate your connection and provide your partner with the depth of pleasure she deserves, I want to hear from you. Which of these techniques do you believe will have the most profound impact on your relationship? I encourage you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Whether it's a personal experience, a question, or simply your reflections on this content, your feedback is invaluable. Your insights not only help keep the conversation alive, but also inspire others to explore new ways of connecting on a deeper, more intimate level. Let's continue this journey of discovery and growth together. As we come to the end of this transformative journey, I'd love to know, what's one thing you've learned from this video that you plan to bring into practice in your own life? Whether it's the importance of preparation, mastering subtle communication, or the delicate art of building anticipation, your reflections are incredibly valuable. Share your insights in the comments below, and let's continue this journey of growth and deeper connection together. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to leave a comment, give it a thumbs up, share it with those who might benefit, and, of course, subscribe to our channel for more valuable content like this. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.